Official episode of HighBites First Bite. I'm really excited to bring you this content. It's something I'm really passionate about. Food, something I've been working on for most of quarantine. I really hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. Without further ado, I give you First Bites. Yo, it's your boy HighMan's, and I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of HighBites, the only show where the quality of food is only as high as I am. First episode, thank you for coming in and joining me. Thank you for clicking and hopefully subscribing, liking it, and then sharing it because, come on, help a brother out. Let me explain the show. I like to cook. I do. I like to cook. I got that from my mom. So one of my favorite things to do also is to get high and eat. So I decided to pair these two things together, and I've decided to create HighBites. Kind of writes itself. It's an amazing idea. Amazing. First episode, I actually did this during quarantine. I actually made a curry chicken with chicken thighs. But, like a registered genius, I didn't have enough chicken thighs. So, I had to kind of poor man's curry this up. This is the chicken thighs that I've marinated for like a day. And as you can tell, or if you can't tell, that ain't a lot of chicken. Because I literally thought I had more, and I thought it out and everything. I was like, oh, all right, no, I think there's a lot in this bag. And it wasn't. And my ass didn't really realize that I didn't have enough chicken thighs until I was about knuckles deep in raw chicken and vinegar trying to clean it. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to the store for this. There's no... So we gonna make it work. In here with the chicken thighs, you're going to see a little bit of red pepper, orange pepper, and green pepper, just because I was at the farmer's market and I was like, I'm gonna just get it all. I don't care. Diced up onion, fresh garlic paste that I actually pureed up myself. I mixed it in with a little bit of olive oil in the blender. My mom showed me that, so shouts out to her. That's actually really, really helpful. God knows cutting up garlic is so hard. Oh my God, every time you do it, it's just a pain in the ass. So, we staying away from that as much as possible. But all those natural, oh, and I think I put some scallion in there as well, with the some light seasonings like salt, pepper. Like I'm using a lot of fresh vegetables to kind of keep that the flavors. Those comes naturally, just like the different flavors from all the different vegetables. A little bit of salt, pepper, heavy on the curry powder because the last time I made curry chicken, it was weak as shit, so I had to try to do much, much better because Papa gotta make this stretch. And to be honest, I'm just trying to make this somewhat from what like I think I remember my mom's is like, because it's been a very long time. I know you're watching this. I need some curry chicken, please. Please, Mom. We all know, I'm gonna try, but we all know it ain't gonna happen. But I'm like, as long as it tastes good, which everything I make tastes good. I mean, who's really gonna complain? I'm gonna be the only one that eats it anyway, so it's a win either way. It's curry chicken. Breakdown of everything that's been marinating in there. I'm actually gonna be throwing that in a hot pan, probably like medium high heat, a little bit on the higher side, because I really want the chicken, once it hits that, to brown up really nicely and caramelize in a sense. Because chicken thighs are gonna have a lot more fat on them than any other piece of chicken. That's what helps them stay so tender and moist, because you can cook chicken thigh for much longer than you can cook chicken breasts. I guess the dark meat is just... No! The dark meat's juicy. Or, if I didn't say it before, if you look in that pot, that's not a lot of chicken. So, what I did was I searched my fridge and I found a couple potatoes, as you can see, and some carrots. We're gonna turn this into like a poor man's curry. We're gonna turn it into HighMan's poor man's curry. HighMan's curry. And the reason I put carrots in there is because besides like thyme, those are the only other vegetables I ever seen curry, or I can remember. I mean, leave a comment if I'm wrong, but I've only ever seen carrots and potatoes. Like, no one's throwing broccoli in that bitch. And since I found those potatoes and those carrots, what I'm gonna do is peel those and chop them up. But you see, I'm gonna cut those up into nice little chunks. Some pieces are gonna be smaller than others. Those smaller pieces are actually gonna break down once they start stewing with the chicken and the fat from the chicken and a little bit of the chicken stock that I'm gonna throw in there as well, to make it a little bit looser. So those potatoes are actually gonna help to thicken that up, because as they break down, it's gonna turn into like a very, very, like it almost like a thick curry. Yeah, that's the best I can put it. Like mashed potatoes and curry. Not that thick, hopefully not. But as I let this simmer, again, like I said, the potatoes are starting to break down and it's really kind of work its way into that curry itself. I'm actually gonna throw a little bit of butter in there as well, just to help it make it a little bit creamier, kind of keep with the consistency. Again, that's what I remember my mom doing too, so I'm gonna do it. And I'm actually gonna add a little bit more curry too, because for me, I feel like if I don't add more curry, it doesn't have as much flavor. I'm not quite sure if I'm putting enough in when I'm seasoning it, but I like to add more seasonings as I cook just to like amplify the flavor. And I'm actually let that simmer a little bit more, but I'm gonna try to watch it just because I don't want the same work that I did to, I don't want it to burn off all that and then just get thick again. So that'd just be pointless. Oof, ooh, baby. There it is. Mama is thick. It may be a little thick because I did exactly what I didn't want to do. I got distracted. I started playing Madden and kind of forgot about it. Even though I turned it down, which is a smart thing to do. Make sure you turn your shit down. But she's a little too thick. So I'm actually gonna, because of the potatoes, like I said, we're stretching this hard. And no curry is complete without rice and peas, but I ain't make that. So we got white rice that works just fine. I'm quite proud of myself when it comes to that. It's not my mom's or it's not my grandmother's, but it fed me. I made it stretch for about 2-3 days. And overall, it was a good experiment to start off HighBites. I think so. I hope you do too. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you hit that like, follow, and subscribe button, the notification tab for all the new content I'm going to have coming out for you. HighBites is a brand that I'm really building up, and I can't wait to show you everything that I have in store. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, I'm out here putting out real work. Thank you so much for enjoying it. Please remember, always do good, eat good, smoke good. It's your boy HighMan's.